3 earnest money disputes. Yes, I have been through 3, and guess what? I've won all 3. What is it, and why the heck do you care about it? It is what we call good faith money. Kind of like a deposit, but it's not a deposit. Earnest money is usually 1 to 2% of the sales price here in Georgia. We want you to put some skin in the game if you are a buyer. That shows the seller that you are willing to hopefully see it through to closing, and you're not just going to back out because you just changed your mind, which you do have that right during due diligence. You need an agent that's going to protect that earnest money. 2 of my disputes were $16,000. That's a lot of money. But thankfully, I knew my contracts and I knew how to protect my clients. If you are working with an agent already, be sure they do that and they know their contracts. When you put that earnest money down, you need to understand that the buyer has protection periods to protect that earnest money. Basically, your due diligence. Due diligence is anytime the buyer here in Georgia can back out for whatever reason. If you do not do things in a timely manner and you do not get the negotiations done, the buyer can lose that earnest money and it goes to the seller. So that is why it is so important. I was able to win all 3 earnest money disputes because 1, I know what the heck I'm doing. I know my contracts and I stay up to date on my contracts. Therefore, I can protect my client's earnest money. If I'm on the sell side and I'm the listing agent, you know, sometimes I have to get that earnest money for my sellers because they took the time to go under contract with that buyer. And if that buyer doesn't do things accordingly, seller should be compensated for that time off the market. Because anytime you go off the market and under contract and then go back on the market, buyers automatically assume something is wrong with the house. If your agent is not aware of the contract, then your earnest money is at risk, big time risk. So be sure that when you're interviewing agents that you make sure they understand their contracts. Contracts here in Georgia are updated here, usually in the summertime, and then again at the new year. So we're about to have some more contract changes. My brokerage is really good at making sure that we stay up to date. Make sure you read that contract. And if you don't understand something, you have the right to talk to your agent. Don't sign anything, any contract, unless you understand it. Knowing my contract is why I was able to win 3 earnest money disputes. So if you want an agent that's going to fight for you and work hard for you, and you are looking here in North Metro Atlanta, please be sure to reach out to me. I would love to have the opportunity to interview with you. If we're not a good fit, no hard feelings, we move on. But I would absolutely love to help you and get you through the contract. You know, many people think that all we do is open doors. That's the fun part of my job. The hardest part of my job is once we go under contract, keeping that contract together, because problems come up all the time. And if your agent's not a problem solver or used to actually doing transactions, they should be doing multiple transactions in a year. If they've only done 1 or 2, you might want to consider interviewing more. You know, just be sure your agent is doing their job, staying on target with the contract, making sure that you stay within the contract terms. That means time is of the essence. There are certain deadlines, and if you don't meet them, your earnest money could be gone. And if you're doing for sale by owner and you don't have representation, good luck. So, because I tell you what, this is the hardest career I've ever had. I love it more than anything. I loved working with children, but this is my passion. This is my everyday life. This is something I would love to help you with, because there's no better feeling than having my clients achieve their real estate goals and living the American dream, being a homeowner. It's why our country was founded. So buy a home. Talk to you later. Be sure to protect your earnest money.